Well, we're coming up on Christmas in just a few days, so I'm gonna go down and give Calabar a little gift. He may not appreciate it, but he dang sure needs it. But first, I'm gonna set my coffee right here. You guys can take bets in the comments as to whether I'm going to remember that when I come back before I drive away. I'm gonna jump on the four-wheeler to go get the horse, so start this up a minute. The meaning of Christmas is often totally lost in all the chaos of gift giving and all the commercialization that we've given it in today's world. And I think a lot of it feeds into the fact that we have life pretty easy and that we feel that we deserve a lot. But sometimes the things that we actually need are not something that we appreciate, just like the gift that Calabar is going to get today. A little bull there, and I dropped that on right on his head. Sorry, buddy. Okay, hip, 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 hip. Horses are creatures of habit, and it's not really hard to get them to run in if you run them in fairly often, because they know exactly where they're going right now. So all you have to do is just kind of yell at them and stay back behind them. You're running in horses, you always have what I call the old farts club, which is in the back right here. The old timers are bringing up the rear. They're like, yeah, I'll come at my own pace. No need to run all the way there. But they got the gate open. Went right in one side of the corral and out the other side of the corral. Oh, there's Calabar. You see him bucking and kicking over there? Fun and games to you, isn't it, buddy? Isn't it? Yeah. There he is right there. Oh, boy. Oh, buddy. Yeah, you know you're going to get a gift, right? Yeah, he thinks he's hot stuff out here. You dirty, rotten bugger. I only laugh at this for about the first 30 seconds, and then after that I get a rope and he gets caught. Whoa, boys. Whoa, boys. Whoa, boys. Easy. Easy. They're all riled up and feeling good. Yeah, all these black horses standing here guarding him. He's not stupid. He's back there behind them. He's going, yep, see, they can't get me back here. Oh, buddies. Oh, boys. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Whoa, whoa. There you go. Whoa. Oh, bud. Oh, buddy. Oh, big black beauty. There you go, bud. See there? If you notice that thing he did with his mouth when he licked his lips there, that's typically what they do. Horses will do that when they are relinquishing something or they're giving up a little bit of something. So if you're training them, you want to see them kind of drop their head just a little bit and then start licking their lips. And that means, okay, all right, I'm doing it right. Now, I don't know. I guess it could mean sometimes, oh, I think I've won, but whatever, whenever they do that, I like to see it. It's like, yep, I give up. It's time to get caught and do what he wants to do. All right, Calabar, you ready for your Christmas present? You're gonna love this. Yeah. The Christmas present he's gonna get first, because he's gonna get two of them. He's gonna get back shoes. So, and they're not Reeboks or Nikes or anything like that, or Under Armour. Not really a shoe guy, so I can't really tell. He's gonna get St. Croix shoes. These are high tops. No, they're not. They're high heels, I guess what you say. This is a heel and toe, so it has the toes and the heels stand up like that, and that's for traction. Now we're gonna shape this. You gotta shape it with a hammer and nail it onto their foot. Now, he doesn't like, no horse really likes to get shoes on because they don't really understand what you're doing. It's the same type of thing with a lot of what we deal with in life. We think that what we're going through is a really hard thing and we shouldn't need to go through this. What we really want is ease of life, or we think we want, is the easy life. But it's not always the best thing for us, right? Just like the true meaning of Christmas, which is not gifts or shoes or anything else. And then after I put these shoes on him, he's gonna get one more gift that he's even gonna like less than these. The first step in putting shoes on a horse is actually to shape the foot a little bit so it's flat, because otherwise the shoe won't sit on there right. So we have a horse nipper, which is basically a horse toenail clipper. Hey bud, give me your foot. There you go. I'm gonna put his foot right here. This is the fingernail file right here. You can see it's got a rough side and a smooth and a fine side, basically. So you want to use the rough side to get it pretty close. And if you need to use the fine side, just for fine tuning. And what I'm doing here is just trying to make it really flattened out. So trying to get a nice flat spot for that shoe to sit. So when it's nailed on, it doesn't have any rocking points or any points where it pinches some. Horseshoeing is like doing the squats for 30 minutes or 30 minutes per horse. Okay, so this is the shape that a shoe normally comes in, and I shaped it into this for the back to start with, for the back foot. You can see this is more just a generic round shape. There's very few curves. Back feet are typically shaped, they have a little bit of a pinch to them, like a narrowing right here, and then they flare out right here and hook back in for the heels. So I start with this shape, and then I put it on the foot and see where I need to shape it to get it to fit better. I have this shoe fitting about like I want it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nail it on with 2 nails. Now these nails have a curve to them at the end. So what you do is you put it in here, and as you pound it in, it comes out the side of the hoof. That way you don't get into the live hoof. The live hoof they will feel. It's like putting it in your hand. If it goes out, the first like 1/4 inch of their foot though is just basically hoof. So it's just like your fingernail. It's like your grown out fingernail. They can't really feel that. They can't feel it. It's dead. It's dead fingernail. So that's what we're trying to hook it into. And I am wearing chinks right here, and they're leather, so that when I pound one of these nails in and it's sticking out, he doesn't jerk his foot and rip a hole in my leg. See, like, whoa, this is the dangerous part because it's sticking out there. So I want to twist it off right away. I did not like where that one was sitting, so I'm going to put it in a different hole. Reset that a little bit. Make sure it's sitting on the hoof correctly. And then you have 2 nails in the shoe. See there? And there's a little bit of hoof sticking out. So you gotta shave that off. But for right now, we'll leave that one and move to the other side. There you go. No, don't step on it. Put it on a stand like this. You gotta stand on the stand. Never use a file that's the same file you use for the feet. that's a sharp file. This one's gonna run into the shoe all the time, and it will just dull your file up immediately. So you just use this one just for this stuff. Just like that. And just don't let them step on your foot. Or rip a nail through you. That's a couple things. And you don't want them to kick you either, obviously, but I don't know what you'd ever do if they actually wanted to kick you. That's all in the training. So I just make sure they come out, clip them off, or twist them off so they don't hook me in the nuts with a nice sharp nail. I've got some nice scars on my fingers because of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It takes a little bit of trust on the side of the horse because he doesn't know what you're pounding on. He's like, why are you banging on my foot? So he's trusting you that you're not going to hurt him. Sometimes when things are happening in life, they feel like they're bad. And what I've learned to do is trust that God has the best for me. And that's really hard to do sometimes because if you look at your circumstances, they're bad. God's not about this world, he's above it. So he has the best for us in eternity and on this world. And sometimes those two things don't equal out to the same thing in your life. What's actually best for you is in here to grow, not to have expectations of people that they will make you happy, not to expect things from people that they have no business giving you, not to get upset with people and mad with people that for things that you've done yourself. So sometimes it feels wrong. It feels like something might be happening that's bad. And if we truly understand the nature of God, then we can start to trust him and his son and be able to allow things to happen in our lives and look at them in a different way, like how can I grow through this, rather than what horrible thing is this. And that's what this horse is doing with me. He has to trust me to not hurt him. And that takes a lot of work on both of your parts. You have to decide, you have to be able to spend time with him to convince him and teach him that you're not going to hurt him. You can't just show up one day, pick up his foot, start banging on it, and expect that he's going to trust you if he doesn't even know you at all. What does that sound like in your life, huh? So this Christmas, I know that there's so many other things that we're gonna have to deal with, family, and some of you are going through rough times in your life, and it's really hard to trust that that God has your best in mind. So the answer to that is spend time with the person that you want to trust, right? Your family members aren't going to make you happy. The presents aren't going to make you happy. Even though that's what we strive for, is other people need to make us happy with either things or their presence or what they do to us or for us. But only God can really, really make you happy. Now I've got all these nailed on, but they won't stay on there. Look at this. You see that? Those nails are just sticking out straight. So if something were to hook that shoe, if you were to hook it on a rock or something, it's just gonna pull right back out. So what we do to keep the shoe on is bend the nails over and dig them into the hoof so that when he does hook it on something, it's pulling on this instead of this. I'll show you. And this is the tool we use to clinch the nails, what we call clinching. Like this. We just bend them over. The nail is sticking straight out. You hook it, bend it over, and then clinch it in to the hoof. Bend it over, clinch it into the hoof. You can see now he's got two nice looking shoes on his back feet. I don't claim to be a professional shoer of any kind, but I do shoe him all the time. I like to have it done the way I like it done, and so I do that this way. So there you go, St. Croix shoes for his Christmas present. He didn't appreciate it, although he is a good boy now and he stands there nice. He didn't used to be, but that's young horse for you. So what is his final gift that he's going to get for Christmas? Well, let's see. Okay, goody. He'll love this. So what this is dewormer. No horse likes this, but it's another example of things that happen that are really good for us. So dewormer, because horses eat off the ground, they eat hay and grass off the ground, they end up with worm eggs, so they get worms in their gut, and then they you know, it can cause them to die because it can cause their gut to turn, but mostly it just causes them to struggle with, you know, diarrhea or not being able to keep on weight. Not that he has a problem with that. So I'm gonna give him, it just keeps him healthier, kills parasites and things like that. So I'm gonna give him a dose of this, which no horse really appreciates very much. A lot of times they have very, very strong opinions about it. He doesn't do too bad because I've never let him get away with it, but, and then I always untie him just in case they want to pull back. I don't cause him to have, yeah, he's like, no, come on, come on. See, wasn't that a great Christmas gift, huh? You tell him, Calabar. You tell him. So this Christmas, as I go get him a treat for being there, standing there very nicely, you remember this Christmas that it's not about the gifts, it's not about what you gave somebody, it's not even about the expectations of what you're supposed to bring or who's supposed to be there or who shouldn't be there. It's really about remembering that God gave you a gift of Jesus, and that gift came to earth in the form of a baby. And that gift was to give you the gift of eternal life later on in his life. But we celebrate Christmas to acknowledge and celebrate the birthday of Jesus. So remember, when we're doing the gifts and we're having the treats and hanging out with family, it's not always about the gift or how we feel about the gift. It's about who's giving us the gift and how grateful we can be to him. Now these he actually does like. I don't know that this is a huge gift, but I'm sure he likes them. Don't you, buddy? Yeah. He had to actually figure out what they were for a while, but now he's got them down. He knows what they are and he really likes them. All right, here's your treat. Yep, there you go. Good job, buddy. All right, enjoy your new shoes. I'm sure he will. All right, well, that's it for, oh, shoot, I forgot the coffee. Well, actually, I didn't actually forget the coffee. Almost forgot the coffee. But you guys, you know, you guys reminded me, right? Have a very Merry Christmas and God bless.